Well, hello. Thanks for coming back to check out another video. So, we are here today to sit down and talk about empties. Now, I did not do a July empties or an August empties. So, with my July empties, I did actually take all of my products out of my bin, write them all down in my notebook where I'm keeping track of things. So, at the end of the year, I still have those, and then I put them into my end of the year, like empties bin. And then I had planned on doing the same thing for August, and then I would just sit down and film a September empties video. But about halfway through the month of September, I realized that I had not taken out my August empties and I had just been throwing my September stuff in on top of it. So I just figured we could just do an August September empties video like combined all in one. So yeah, hopefully that sounds good to you guys. I absolutely love empties videos. And like with all of my empties videos, there will be chapters or timestamps for you guys so that you can jump around and see what you would like to see. Okay, so the first things we will talk about is hair care. So I have a Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Dry Shampoo. How many of these have I finished off this year? I'm not quite sure. This is probably like the fifth or sixth one. This is my all-time favorite, hands down, dry shampoo. It is coconut scented, and I just think that it smells quite lovely, but if you do not like coconut things, I would stay away from this. I have tried other dry shampoos from Not Your Mother's, but I really can't recall what I thought of them just because I do love the way that this one makes my hair feel and smell. But I will say with this one in particular, I don't feel like it leaves like a white cast or anything on my hair, so I really enjoy it for that. My other hair care empty is a product that I discovered this year, but have used up multiple bottles of this well. So this is from Hask. This is their coconut oil 5-in-1 leave-in spray that nourishes and detangles. So, like I said, I discovered this year, and I really love this as a detangling spray. I don't really know what the other like 5-in-1 claims are for this product, but it really does a great job of like getting rid of these knots and things. So I will just spray this in my hair, kind of let it sit there for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'm just able to brush through my hair, no issues. I don't feel like it pulls out big clumps of hair. So I really do enjoy that. I feel like a lot of the Hask products that I have tried though in the past have been misses, so I was greatly surprised to see that this one was such a hit. Alright, so then the last hair care empties, I finally finished off a shampoo and conditioner, and must I say, I think I'm the only person ever to finish off a shampoo and conditioner together. So this is from Not Your Mother's. This is the Aquatic Mint and Coastal Sea Holly. This is supposed to be like part of their scalp refreshing line. So again, the shampoo and the conditioner. The smell of this was nice. Like it did have a nice minty smell to it, but I really didn't think that this helped my scalp. I have a really bad, like dry, itchy scalp. My hair does not produce a lot of oil on its own. And so I really feel like I need to get a lot of that product buildup out of my hair, because I do put a lot of like conditioning things into it to help it like stay nice. So this though didn't have any like scrubbiness to it. It didn't make my scalp feel any less itchy. Like I just did not enjoy these, would not recommend these at all. And embarrassing side note, these moved with us from DC. So these have been in 3 houses with me, and I have finally finished them off. All right, let's talk about some nail care items. So I do have this from Kiss. It is covered in puppy hair. This is their glue off instant remove thing. So this is what I use to take off the like little fake impressed nails. This does a really good job of like getting up under the nail, and you can distribute a nice even coating of the like the glue remover, and then they just easily pop off. So this is something that I will continue to repurchase, because with the Kiss nails, they do come with like the little pad on them of like adhesive glue, but I like to use a brush on nail glue with them as well. That way I make sure that they stay on for a good length amount of time. So I do also have 2 boxes of impressed nails. The first one is completely empty. So this was part of their Valentine's Day collection. This was the nail set that it was almost like a French manicure with like pink, and then it had some like glitter fading on it, and then the accent nail had some really pretty like sequency hearts on it. So I really did enjoy this, and really happy that I got 3 full sets out of it. And then the other from Impress, this is in the they call it Time Slip. This is just their standard French manicure, and then your accent nail is a glitter nail down here. So I do have some left over in here. I tried to fit them to my nail shape, but I can't, like, they look like you can see my nail sticking out through them. You know what I mean? So I'm going to call this box empty, even though I didn't get 3 full sets out of it. All right, let's talk fragrance because I have 4 fragrances. Now, again, these are my August and September empties. So, and I've been working on some of these pretty consistently throughout, probably since June. So I think it makes sense to you've worked on them all together since June. You're going to kind of finish them off all together here in September. So this first one is from Fortune Cookie Soap. This was in the scent Be Kind. This was one of their fine fragrance mists. So this is a 4.2 ounce bottle. I really enjoyed this. This was very much like a honey kind of vanilla bourbon scent. It was really dark and like smoky. It was really nice for the summer and leading into fall. So like I said, really enjoyed that. I felt like it lasted a good length amount of time on me too. So I would be interested in picking up other like fragrances from Fortune Cookie Soap. And then I do have 2 from Bath and Body Works. So this first one is Fresh Cotton and Coconut. So the scent notes of this one, because they're written on the back, is coconut, coastal breeze, and beachside cotton. I really liked this at first, and it smelled very like, I don't know, like coconutty, but it had like a clean scent to it, which I equate to the cotton. But after like using it as a body spray, and I think I had it as a shower gel, like I just got kind of like tired and bored and over the scent. So I kind of like forced myself to plow through that. And I don't think that if it comes back next year, it'll be a scent that I pick up again. But if it sounds lovely to you, it was quite a lovely like scent until I like wore myself out of it. So then the other one is from also Bath and Body Works. This is their Bubbly Rosé Fine Fragrance Mist. This is pink sparkling rosé, sweet blood orange, and a splash of cranberry. I thought that this would have much more of like a rose scent to it, but it doesn't. It almost smells like the champagne toast scent with a little bit of oranginess to it, like a little bit of zest. So I really did greatly enjoy this. I think that this would have been a better like spring fragrance for me. But like I said, I was pulling these out and using a lot of these in the summer, but it still had like a nice clean like quality to it. And so I really did enjoy it. And then my traditional like perfume that I've actually finished off, this is from YSL. This is their Black Opium line of perfumes, but this is the Illicit Green scent. So I think that this came out sometime this year. So I just have the little travel size, the little 10 ml guide. I think that this is a great way to try out fragrances and not have to commit, one, to the big price tag that they are, but 2, like the bigger bottle. So overall, I wasn't impressed with this. This had notes of like coffee and fig and apple, if I'm not mistaken. The coffee was just so overpowering that that's really all you could smell. And I picked up this perfume because I really wanted it for the fig and the apple notes. Now, it still wore really nicely. Like I did enjoy it, and it was a nice darker scent. I like the darker scents for like summer and fall. So it ticked off all of those boxes, but it was just the coffee notes. Like it wasn't bad. Like the scent of coffee is one that I do enjoy, but that wasn't what I wanted from that perfume, and it wasn't what I expected from that perfume. So it was a disappointment for me. All right, so let's talk skincare. So I have 4 sheet masks. We are back officially into sheet masking season. I really tried at the end of August to start getting myself into the habit of using these. Right now, I'm just trying to use a sheet mask at least once a week. As we get into the drier, cooler months where my skin is like a lot more dull and dry, I'll probably up my usage to 2 to 3 times a week. So the first one is from Patchology. This was a free like gift with purchase because I purchased their foot peels. So this was just their hydrating mask. It was fine. I don't think it was my favorite. I felt like it was really dry compared to the other sheet mask. Like it just didn't have a lot of serum to it. Then I have 2 from Tony Moly. So I have the Skin Soothing and the Clear Skin one. I really do enjoy the Tony Moly ones. I feel like as far as sheet masks go, they're like a great price point because they're clocking in around like the $3 mark, and some of these sheet masks can get quite pricey. I think that the cloth of them feels really nice, and they are steeped in serum, so you are not like going to like you get a lot of serum, like enough to where it falls down onto your neck. So I really enjoy that. And then the last one I have is from Dr. Jart. So this is their Porecting Solution is what it's called. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that it was supposed to be one of those bubbling sheet masks. So I put this on and I was like really looking forward to that because I just wanted to try it. I thought that maybe that would be a nice experience. This did not bubble up whatsoever, and my skin didn't really feel any different after I had put it on and like, you know, let it sit there. So I have a few more of those in my hoarding closet because I was gifted them from a family member, but it's not something that I would recommend or run right out to buy. And Dr. Jart is one of those like more pricier sheet masks, you know. Okay, so I do also have a facial spray because again, we're approaching fall, approaching the dry time, so I'm going to start using facial sprays a bit more often within my skincare. This is from Mario Badescu. This was the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. So I think this was the green one if I'm not mistaken. I just really enjoy the facial sprays by this brand. I like to use them, like I'll get out of the shower and after having washed my face, like I'll pat my face dry, then I spray my facial spray, and then I go in with my serums because I feel like it helps them to absorb a little bit better. Okay, so another skincare empty I have is from The Ordinary. So this is one of their 1 ounce bottles of the niacinamide serum that they have. I just feel like this has been such a game changer since using this in my skincare routine. I feel like this has greatly helped to reduce the oiliness that I would have on my skin, especially in my T-zone. I feel like it's done a great job of like evening out some of the like redness that I had. So that is something that I continue to repurchase. I like getting it from Sephora though, because they have the value size. So it's like a 2 ounce bottle as opposed to this 1 ounce bottle. So it's a better bang for my buck since I use it consistently day and night in my skincare routine. Okay, then this, I did not even know, like I don't even remember having this. Like it's in my empties. I've obviously finished it off. So this is from Fresh. This is their soy face cleanser. And I don't know, this is such like a little guy of like a face cleaner. I probably couldn't really get any like good thoughts going about it because I probably didn't get a lot of uses out of this, and then I just threw it into my empties. So sorry I can't really give you like a little speed mini review on that one, but here we are. And then my last skincare empty that I have is from Ole Henriksen. So this is their Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. I did really like this. However, it's not something that I choose to purchase. I feel like if I use vitamin C too consistently, it does tend to break my face out, and I can get a nice glow to my skin in these drier months by using other types of products that don't cause me to break out. So again, this is just like a little trial size guy from the brand. So how I acquire those is typically like I'll get this as a free gift with purchase, or if I want to buy like the eye cream from them, which I really think is a good eye cream, then sometimes it'll come with this. So when I do acquire it, I will use it because like I said, it is a great product. It does offer a nice little bit of glow and it makes my skin feel nicely, but it's just not a product I can use consistently. All right, moving into body care, and then we will do makeup. So I do have one shower gel from Bath & Body Works. This was in the strawberry pound cake scent, and this was just a lovely, like, very strawberry heavy with like a little bit of like vanilla kind of cakiness to it, and I absolutely loved it. I think it was a wonderful like spring into summer scent to be working on, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick this up as any other type of body care because I think it's one of those scents that I wouldn't have gotten tired of, but I'm happy to have a shower gel out of my collection. Okay, I managed to finish off another shaving oil from Tree Hut. I absolutely love these. I feel like this has really helped my skin to get like a better shave on it and to not have as many cuts or like razor burn. I am someone who cannot use like conditioner or shaving cream. Like I just get a lot of like rashes using them that way. So since discovering this, it has been a game changer for me. So this was in the watermelon scent, and I have to say, I'm not really impressed with the watermelon scent. Like it's like too sickly sweet. You know what I mean? Like it's like Jolly Rancher watermelon. So it's very artificial. I'm glad that I worked through it as we like neared the end of summer because this is not something that I would have wanted to be using as we approach like the fall season. And I'm not someone who likes to put half-used body care back into my collection. The only time I will do that typically is if it's like a lotion and I feel like it's too dry outside for a lotion to really hydrate my body. Tangent aside, that's a nice segue into the I have two lotions. So the first one is from Bath & Body Works. So this is Coconut Cream Pie. This is toasted coconut flakes, caramel custard, and golden pie crust. Now, we got this gifted to us as a candle, and I absolutely love it. It smells so good. So when I was in store, I decided to pick this up as a body lotion as well as a body cream, and I have to say, it doesn't smell as nice in the body care line as it does with the candle. So it very much has like this almost, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it, but the candle definitely has like a lot of coconut to it. And then it's got like that flaky pie crust, like almost like a graham cracker as like an undernote. So it's just really lovely. And that is not at all what I get from this. So I haven't tried out the body cream, obviously, because we're not quite there yet. So I'm a little hesitant though to pull that out because I'm wondering if I won't enjoy that either. Okay, so my other lotion that I have is from Fortune Cookie Soap. So this was one of their CYO or create your owns that they do. So this was their thicker whipped cream, and I called it I'm Basic. I think that this was my pumpkin. Yeah, this was very pumpkin-y, so that's why I called it I'm Basic. But anyway, this was nice, and I really do enjoy the texture of these whipped creams from them. I think that they're great for like the wintertime. A little bit goes a long way. However, I will say this was totally my fault. The scents that I picked out, you do get pumpkin off of it, but it's got a lot more cinnamon and clove coming through, and I'm really not a cinnamon type person. Like I don't know, it doesn't like burn my nose per se, but it definitely like has a little bit of like a spiciness to it. Does that make sense? So it's just not a scent that I enjoy. And then the last lotion that I have is a hand cream from Bath & Body Works. This is their hyaluronic acid version. The packaging is super reflective. Super sorry about that. So I don't pay for these because I think that it's kind of a ripoff that these are clocking in at $7.50. I usually cash in my little like free, free item up to a $7.50 value to get these. But I do think that this hyaluronic acid one is quite lovely. This one was currently living in my purse. When the winter time really kicks into high gear, I try to keep one of these at like my vanity, one in the living room, one in at the computer, one in the bedroom, because my hands are just constantly so dry. And I feel like this is a great like moisturizer that doesn't feel greasy on your hands, so you can still like pick up and hold objects, but it does a really good job of like helping to maintain your hands and like heal that dryness, and then if you keep using it, like maintain that nice moisture balance. All right, let's talk about the 2 body scrubs that I finished off in these past 2 months, and then we will move on into the makeup. So the first one is from Tree Hut. This is the pineapple scent that they came out with in their summer line. I have to say, I got this, 2 of the candied lemon and 1 of the strawberry, and I was not pleased with any of the summer scents that they had. This one was the most tolerable. It still had that sickly sweetness to it, but it was less sickly sweet than like the strawberry or the candied lemon, but the candied lemon kind of smelled like lemon and feet. It was really weird. Just not a fan of their summer line. I did pick up 2 of their fall scents, and on cold, like just sniffing them once they arrived, they smell a lot better. So if you've been eyeing the fall scents, but you were burned by the summer scents, go sniff them out in Ulta. I personally think they smell a lot better, a lot more true to like what they're trying to, be the scent of. But either way, this was still the same great like Tree Hut scrub. Really abrasive. In my opinion, these are the most abrasive like scrubs that I have found on the market. They're gonna take off like a layer of skin. So if that is not what you want, don't get those. Like I think that you won't enjoy them. The other scrub I have is from Fortune Cookie Soap. So this is a 5-ounce jar. It's very tiny. I go through these quite quickly. However, it's fun. Like the scents that they come out with are so nice and so lovely. And so every once in a while, I do like to treat myself to a scrub from them. So this is Heads Will Roll. This is a foaming sugar scrub. Now again, this is not abrasive really. It does have a little bit of scrubbiness to it, but nothing like the Tree Hut one. So if I'm not mistaken, this was from their Halloween line last year, but I think I purchased this sometime in the spring. This very much has a little bit of cinnamon to it, and I know I just got done saying like I don't really like cinnamon, but this is so faint that it doesn't really bother me. What comes across more is almost like a vanilla sticky bun kind of scent. So I really did enjoy this. I think that I pulled this out near the end of August and started using it, so it was a perfect like fall scent. All right, let's wrap up this video talking about our makeup empties. So the first one I have is a Castile soap from Dr. Bronner's. This was in the peppermint scent. This is probably my favorite scent from the line. I get these and I use these to clean my makeup sponges. I just feel like this does a really good job of getting all of that foundation and residue out of my sponges. I think pretty consistently I have been going through one of these every other month. So I'm curious to see at the end of the year how many of these I have actually finished off. All right, some lip balm. So again, this is from Fortune Cookie Soap. This was from their Easter box, which was Minions themed, and I've never seen Minions, so I don't get the references. But this is the Goodnight Goals. Am I saying that right? Because it's Gorls. You'll have to correct me in the comments. But either way, this really didn't have much of a scent to it, but I would have to say it was very much of like a summer, like berry kind of scent. So texturally, this was nice. I think this was a fine lip balm. It says that it's an overnight lip mask, but I never listened to that. I just use my lip balms when I feel like my lips need a little bit of extra hydration. So I just had this sitting out on my vanity. I will say it was more of a thinner type formula, so I don't think I would have actually liked this in the winter time because like my hands, my lips get really dry, so I have to use something that's really thick on them. So I'm glad that I got this worked out in the summer months. Okay, then I also finished off a Liquid Glow highlighter from ABH. So this is my last one from the brand. Really happy because they are a brand that I choose to not support. So this was in the shade Oyster. This was probably my second favorite shade. I finished off countless bottles of Perla and Oyster. So Perla was much more of like a golden liquid highlighter, and Oyster was more of like a pink champagne type highlighter. But it was still really pretty. I did greatly enjoy this. I feel like this mixed really nicely into my foundations. That is how I like to use liquid highlighters like this because I do like a matte foundation. But like I said, I don't want my skin to look dull, and I feel like sometimes a matte foundation can do that to you. So I add in a liquid highlighter to them, and I feel like it just gives my skin a nice, like, soft lit from within glow. All right, so let's talk about a concealer that was a swing and a miss. So this is from CoverGirl. This was part of their Clean Fresh line. And I took the stopper out of this. There's still like a lot of product like hanging around out in there, but I've tried my best to use the wand to scrape this out. I don't have a tool that I can like put down in there to kind of like scrape out the concealer. And again, this wasn't a favorite concealer, so I'm not really that fussed that there's still some hanging around at the bottom. So the shade of this was 330 Fair, if I'm not mistaken, and I think you guys can tell. It's a very yellow like shade, and this I think is the lightest shade, or at least the second to lightest shade within this line. And I have more of like a neutral undertone. I really like for my concealer to be like a shade brighter than my foundation. That way it offers some type of brightening effect. And I did not get that at all from this. This was a concealer that was also more on the thinner side, so I really didn't feel like it gave you a lot of coverage where you would put it on. And it also, like, it was a concealer that I could not use underneath my eyes because I felt like it made them burn, and it did that the whole life of it, like even when it was brand new. And that's not that old. That was a concealer that I purchased this year, so I don't think it was that it went off. I think it was just that I was allergic to something within it. So yeah, swing and a miss for me. Okay, down another lip gloss. I think this is my third lip gloss for the year. So this is from ColourPop. This is their ultra glossy lip formula. This was from the Sailor Moon collection, and I think the name of this gloss was Sailor Moon. So this was their more peachy gloss. Again, there's still some product hanging around at the bottom here, but like I said, I don't have anything to like put down in there to get that out, and I did try to scrape everything off the sides of it that I could access with the wand. I go back and forth. I like the ColourPop gloss formula. I feel like it's really comfortable. It feels like kind of hydrating in a way, so I do enjoy them. However, I feel like they themselves go back and forth on dofa applicators and the brush tip applicators, and I cannot stand the brush tip applicators that they put on some of their lip glosses. And I feel like online they don't do a good job of telling you if it's going to be a brush tip or a dofa applicator. So you're really just, it's like a roll of the dice. Is that an expression? I don't know. But it's like a game of chance, a game of luck to see which applicator you'll get. So I think I'm just going to write these off because I don't want to take that chance. All right, 2 mascaras. So the first one is a lash primer from Milani. This is the violet one. I'm just going to be frank with you guys. I've had this open for like a year. And then I was like, oh, maybe we should like put that in the empties bin. So there's still a lot of product that comes out on this. And it's very goopy at like the top. So yeah, I think you can see like product on the wand. But like I said, this is a year old. And so I'm like, maybe it's time to go. I didn't have like any reactions from it or anything like that. So I don't know. It just makes me feel a little funny. I did repurchase this item. I absolutely love this as a lash primer. I have short, stubby little blonde eyelashes. And so I will put this on first. And I really feel like it does a good job to like, one, be like, let me be able to see my lashes. But two, it really helps to like give them a little bit of length and volume. All right, so then the last makeup empty to talk about is a mascara. So this is from Maybelline. This is their Sky High Mascara. I think this launched this year as well. And I have to say, this is my hands down favorite drugstore mascara. So this has only been open for maybe like 3 or 4 months. Now, I don't really adhere to the 3 or 4 month rule, obviously, or that Milani lash primer wouldn't have been kicking around for a year. But I really just go until my mascara goes. So when it becomes too dry, too stiff, or like it flakes off as I'm applying it, that's when I typically call these quits. So we were at that point, so I threw it into the bin. I really like the wand on this, and I have to say it's very interesting. The wand kind of like, it has a lot of give to it. Hopefully you can kind of see that. I have never experienced a wand like that before this mascara, but I like it. Like I don't know, it like has allowed me to really make sure I get in there, especially like as you get closer to your eye here, and really get the lashes and really give them a nice even coat. So I just really appreciate that. And yeah, this has been a repurchase. I have this in my collection as a backup. I tend to only open up one mascara at a time, but hands down favorite drugstore mascara. So with that being said, that is all of my empties. I feel like I plowed through this and I'm really proud of myself because typically my empties videos are super long, but I don't know until I edit this. Maybe it was still really long. So either way, I hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, or a good whatever, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.